talk about page object model. So what do you meant by page object model? So that is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, so here I know guys, before starting this one, actually this particular concept we need to discuss after the Selenium framework. When we talk about the Selenium tool, so we need to talk about this. But still, why we wanted to take this particular session as of now, because so as of now one of our project was going on, so for them we are trying to talk about the page object model. So that's where I just wanted to take this session and record and keep it, so when you completed your Selenium, then you can come for this particular pattern. Okay, so first of all, what do you meant by page object model, and then how it would be useful in our current frameworks or into the Selenium? So this is what we are going to discuss. First, what I'll do is first 15 minutes to 20 minutes, I'll explain about what exactly is a page object model and the concept of page object model. And next 15 to 20 minutes, I'll show you how we will execute with the Selenium and how the output will get it. So quickly, I have done within 15-20 minutes a small project, a small implementation on this one with the help of Guru. So just try to, I'll show that and then I'll explain over there. Okay, so now starting with this. So now first, as I told you, the session starts with the two things. One is basically what is page object model. So hope you guys are able to see me. Now here, now first of all, POM. So this would be called as POM. Maven POM is different, and this page object model is different. So Maven POM is project object model, and here this is page object model. So page object model is a design pattern. What is you means what is this particular thing called as a design pattern? Don't get worried about much more into these things. Design pattern is nothing but in the software engineering, if you means if you are using something more repetitively and commonly, so we will have some patterns. So based upon that particular pattern, we can use it more frequently. I didn't understand anything, I was get confused. Okay, no problem at all. Now I'll first talk about some concept, and then I'll practically show this one. Now first, there is a website. Okay, in this particular website, this is the page number one, which is called login page. In this login page, I have the username and I have the password and I have the login button. Okay, and I entered the username, I entered the password, I click the login button. As soon as I click the login button, I'll go to the home page. So this is what my home page. So now when it comes to the home page, you see here, okay, in the home page, I do have welcome Chris. Okay, this is the means as soon as I went to the home page, I need to validate this particular text saying that I have been I have been navigated successfully to the home page. So this is a one particular test case which I need to write it. Okay, now what in this particular case, what I'll try to do is, so if this is a particular class file, so in this particular class file, first what I'll try to do, I'll navigate, okay, navigate to the URL. And once after navigating to the URL, enter the text to the username, enter the text to the password, and click on the login button and verify whether you have reached home page and asset the text welcome Chris. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps which I need to do it. After here also I can do here navigating to the title. I can add one more thing, assetting the title, means whether I have navigated to this particular browser or not. So overall 7 steps are there. Guys, are we clear? So this is what the test case which I wanted to write. So this is algorithm which I have been written. So now what I'll do, I have this is what the 7 steps which I will be writing to perform this particular test case. Now all these particular steps I'll be writing into a single page, and then I wanted to execute that. Now as you guys are not aware, so the prerequisite for this one is you should know the Selenium to do this one. But as of now, you guys don't know. So that's the reason I was just giving the algorithm. And what is the steps I have been written there? I'll just quickly give a quick talk about that one. Okay, so I'm just sharing the screen here. And if you see here, this is without POM. Okay, now if you see here, I have two methods. One is before test. What is a before test? It runs before each and every test method. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to invoke a Firefox driver. Invoking a Firefox driver means I'm opening a Firefox driver. Don't get confused. Means anything. So just as of now, you need to understand here, this particular line of code, these two lines of code will open the Firefox browser. Okay, once the Firefox browser is open, it will navigate to this particular URL. Pretty simple. Now, once after and I have this after this particular method, I have after test method. What is this after test method? It will say that my job done, Mapi. So this will print that I have completed my execution, and then it will close that particular driver, means close that particular browser. So it will open the Firefox, it navigates to that. That is before method. After method, it will print the statement and it will close. Now, what is that particular test method? So if you see here in this particular test method, so actually, if you see here, before it navigated to this right URL. Now, starting of the text, what it will try to do is it will verify whether it reached to that particular title or not. So what I'm trying to do, I'm getting the title of this particular page. So this is how we will write it in the Selenium. It's a very simple code. And now once I got this particular title, I'm trying to asset this value with this one. So this is what our assertions, which I have been using, means the TestNG assertions, which we are trying to use it. So expected value versus actual value. And here I'm trying to enter the username, enter the password, and clicking the login button. That's what I'm trying to do it. Now, what is this find by element and these things? Anyways, once we learn the Selenium, there will be understanding it. It's just like a unique ID. For an example, now if I call Ceci, Ceci will respond me. If I call Nazima, Nazima will respond. If I call Anish, Anish will be responding me. So the same way, everyone will have a unique name. So that is what, so when I called username, use UID means it comes the username. Password, I'll be getting the password. Name, login button, so login button will come. So there I'm sending the username, password, click. That's it. Once I'm clicking this one, I'm trying to validate the home page. I told you, right, whether I reached the home page or not. I just getting the title, and then I was just doing the assertion, and I'm saying that Machi, my job is done. So this is what I was going to print now. So now I wanted to execute without POM. So now as of now, nothing. So I didn't implemented the POM. Without POM, this is how I'll write my complete test case. So this is the first test case, which I wanted to write it. And then I'm trying to, I wanted to execute this one. So now what I'll try to do, so just right click. So go here, run, and then test ng suite execution. So immediately what it will try to do, first, it will open the before method. What it was trying to do, it opened the browser. Now, once the browser is opened, see, still the browser
It will
is loading.
verify.
Sorry.
Yeah, after opening, it will verify.
Ah, after opening, first it will navigate to the URL. Then it will verify. See, now it was trying to navigate to demo.guru.com. So which is trying, it was trying to navigate. See, now you seen it, right? The URL which we have given in the before method, demo guru 99, it went. Now it entered the username, password, and it went to homepage, and it clicked Machi, my job is done, and then my job is done, Mapi. So just we have been given whatever the statements, successfully done. So now here what it happened, so the same thing means the before and after I kept it, and we can be using it. Even if you don't want the before and after, just what we need to do, just copy this, and means actually means, as you know, TestNG, that's the reason I was keeping the before and after. If you don't want this one also, directly you can paste that particular code here, it will be executed. Okay, for an example, I'll just try to do that one also so that you guys can easily understand what is the advantage of that one. So now once again, I'm copying here. So what is this code will try to do? It will try to open browser and navigate to uh, demo URL. Okay. Now even after method, so what I kept, so closing, right? So I'll take this one also, and here I'll keep that close browser. Okay. So here I'll be keeping this one. Okay. Now what I'll try to do, I'll comment this. So it will not execute for me now. You got it right. I commented the annotation, so that's the reason it will not execute for me. Now I have only one particular test case which I wanted to execute this. So now once again, if I go and trigger this one, it start doing the execution. So this is 7.2 version. This is the latest version. And it opened the browser. It navigated to the URL. It was waiting for that page to open. Once loaded, it entered the username password, clicked the login button, went to the demo site, and it verified that closed. See, now this is working for me. Now, what is the next thing which I wanted to do? So now here, what I'm trying to do, test homepage appearance correct. So this is what I'm trying to validate. Now I do have next test case. Okay, I wanted to create another test case over here. Okay, so this test case, what it will do, just it will do the navigation. So I'll keep this one as 2. Okay, now here I don't wanted to means okay, I wanted to validate something else. So then I'll take the X path of this. Just I'll write a small piece of code so that to see that the difference of this particular test case, so that it is easy for you people to get understand. Just you need to bear with me. Okay. So you guys understood, right? So the first test case, what we have done, the second test case, I'll just randomly click something over here. So I'm just trying to open and navigate and get something over there. Okay, so here I was just entering this. Okay, so here, this is what the username for this. Okay, and this is what the password. Okay, we are clicking the login button. So now once after clicking this login button, we are going to the home page, right? Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to click on edit customers. Okay, now how I'll write the code is, don't worry. So this all Selenium will take care of this one. So you no need to worry about this one. So just as a piece of code, I just wanted to see. Guys, don't do, means actually this is a worst thing which we shouldn't do it. But as of now, for the quick actions, I just wanted to click on this. One second. Okay, so now if I click on this one, it will go to this page. Okay, now I'm going back here. I need to take the X path of this one. So I'm just taking the X path. Okay, so I'll just write a piece of code. Driver dot find dot find element by dot XPath. So in this XPath, I'm pasting this dot click. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is, okay, into project link. Okay, so now just what I'm trying to do is this particular test case, first test case will just navigate to the home page, and then it will look into, means it will just verify this. And this test case, what it will do means it will try to click on this one. So now for a sample, I'll try to run the both the things. I'll come here, I'll click on this, I'll click run on this one. So now what it will happen, as it have two tests in the real time, how it will work, I'm just trying to show it. So this is for the test case 1. So now it opened the browser, it navigated to this particular URL, and it entered the username and login, and it went to the home page, closed. So the first job is done. Now it opens, it was the second test case is there, right? We have given 2 tests. The second test case, once again it opened, and once again it was trying to navigate to the same URL, and it was trying to use the username and password. Still the page is loading. That's the reason it was not entering. Once the page loaded, it came here and it clicked on insurance product. You seen it, right? It was in the it was in dull gray. So if you see here, it was already clicked, and it was trying to open insurance broker system login. So now it clicked to that, and it was still loading. It was navigating to that page. So success means it was waiting. Still the execution is going on. The page is slow. It might be, that's the reason it was taking the time. Okay, so whatever the result, it will come back to us. So as of now, what I wanted to show you is, first of all, if you understand it clearly, the same steps. See, what it said, it clicked on instance project, job done. So even this is also passed, this passed and this passed. And as soon as it execution completed, it closed. Okay, now what it means, if you see this particular code, now the same lines of code from 49 till 62. Same here, you see here 78 to 91. These lines are common, right? So that's the reason. And then even if you see here, even this 97 to 99 lines are also common. So now what we will be trying to do. So this is means if you write this particular category of things, so then this is called linear frameworks. When I talk about the different category of frameworks, I'll talk about this one. Okay, so to remove this particular redundancy, what we will try to do is, see now in the test case 0, I removed this, and here I'll be removing this. So previously, how many lines it was, means this many lines plus that many lines it was there. So here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines I'm deleting from here, and I'm deleting from here. So 10 lines of code I have been deleted. Now how this will work? So with the help of TestNG, so we have the before and after method, right? So here I'll uncomment the before and I'll uncomment the after, so that it has been. Now let's see how this will work. So this is the real advantage of, means the real-time advantage of the TestNG annotations. Okay, so now I have 2 tests. This is test 0, this is test 1. This will go and verify the home page, and this will go and click on the insurance project. Okay, so that is what we are doing it. Click on insurance project link. Okay, so this is what it was trying to do. Right now, I removed those 2 things, and I just wanted to once again execute the program and show it. So how this works. So now, because of the before test, it was trying to open the browser. It opened and it was executing, navigating to it, verifying the details. See, it was verifying Guru 99 bank homepage. It was verifying it. Entered the username and password. Click the login button. Until unless this page is synchronized, still this was there loading. That's where it was not entering the data. See, it connected, it entered username and password, it went to the home page. So this is what the first test case. And the first test case means once after this one, this will close the browser and it will open for the second test case. Guys, I think it might be because of the application or the internet, it might be getting delay. Why it executed only only one test case executed, right?
Yeah.
It was saying two test cases, one test case is passed. Okay, let's try once again. I'll do one. Okay, I'll run this one. In the meantime, I'll just give a pause in the recording. So now you've seen it, right? So because of that particular wrong annotation, it didn't work. Now the first test case executed. In the second test case, it opened and then it would be clicking on the insurance project. See, now insurance project is in white color. Now it changed into the gray. It went to this. So this is what the expected. See, perfectly it executed. Now, what is the difference? Means what is the ease of use we have been done in this one? Okay. So now if you see here in the, hope everyone able to see, right? So I used the, if you see here, these are the two tests. In the two tests, so previously the code, the redundant code is there. So what I did, that redundant code, I kept it into this before method and after method, I just kept it. So because of this, 10 lines of code is changed. Now, even after this one, we wanted, see, we do have this login and this verifying the title. This is also redundant code, right? So how I need to maintain that? So if I have 3,000 to 4,000 test cases, so how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4. These many lines I need. It is repeating for me, right? Do you want me to write all these particular lines in every test case? So every test case can't. I mean, I can't keep as a before method and after method. So sometimes it may require, sometimes it may not be required. So at that situations, the POM will comes into the picture. That is a page object model. This can help us a lot. So all these things, why I shown for you is, this is just the practical problem, how we will be implementing it and how we need to use it. So for that one, I just talk about this all. Now, how this particular problem can be sorted out with the POM. Now we have been see now to write this particular code. So we have written the code in this particular linear fashion, right? Now, how we can implement this with POM, with the page object model means that name itself, it was running, knowing by POM page. Page means divide the things across as a pages. Now here, how many pages we do have? Login page I have, and then I do have home page. Now what I'll do, I'll create a class file called login.java and I'll create a class called home.java. Now what I'll try to do in the login page, what are the objects I'm trying to use? I'm trying to use username and I'm trying to use password and I'm trying to use login button. These are the three objects, right? So the three objects I have been kept it here. And here, what are the objects I was validating? Here I was validating the text called welcome text, and I'm clicking on the insurance project. Okay, I'm clicking on these two objects, and here these are the three objects I'm using, and here these are the two objects I'm using it. So this is one class file. This is one class file, and what I'm trying to do means what I'm trying to do in the login page. Actually these are objects. Now I wanted to perform some actions on the action on this particular objects. Then what I'll be writing? I'll be writing my methods also here. Okay, do you remember a class means consists of its properties with its behaviors. Behaviors is called as methods and properties is nothing but as its characteristics are the variables. So now what I'm trying to do is we are defining all the respective objects of this and the methods. What are the methods I need to do? Set username. set password, click login button. So these are the methods I'll be using it. And here, click insurance button and verify welcome text. So these are the two validations I was doing in the home page. And these are the validations I was trying to do it in the login page. Page object model is nothing but whatever the operations which you are trying to perform on that respective page. So first you take all the objects present in that particular page, and whatever the respective methods of that particular page, you define it in the same. So now what is the advantage of this one? If there is any change in this particular page, we will directly come here and we will change the username, or we will directly come into this and we will directly change this method. Now what we will be trying to do it in the test case level is in test case 1 and test case 2 and test case 3. Now I'll come here. Now I wanted to access this particular class objects and methods. What I should do here? So now all these 3 test cases are in one class file. Okay, so this is another class file. So now into this particular class, I wanted to access these all objects, and these particular methods. Okay, I wanted to access this methods because into these methods, I'm using these particular objects. I wanted to use all these non-static methods. I wanted to access this non-static methods into this particular class. What I should do it?
By class name, we will call it.
Boss, who is Anish? You given the answer? Huh?
Yeah.
How you will call the non-static objects into
By
another
creating,
class?
No.
Object reference for that.
Object reference. Sorry, object reference. We will call it.
So I'll create an object reference for this login page, and I'll create an object reference for the home page. Now what I'll try to do in the test case 1 means anyways in the before and after, I'll open the browser, navigate to the browser, and after close the browser. Here I'll be writing it. In this particular test case, already I created an object for the login and the home. Now what I'll do is as I created the object, login object dot set username, login object dot set password, login object dot login button. So click anyways, it will come. The same 3 steps I'll be calling here. I mean the same 3 steps I'll replicate here, replicate here, replicate here. So if there is any change of this one, I'll come and change in this method so that into the script level, I no need to come and then I need to change this. So this is the advantage of this particular page object model. So to remove the redundancy and bring the commonality and have a common accessible point, so we will be using the page object model. So now if you see the implementation of this one, if you see here, now as I shown you, right? So now here I created 2 packages. One package is for pages. So this is home page and this is login page. And this is what without the POM we have done it, right? So now let's see how these things will be going to see here. Let's send the time for the propagation. Okay. So first to see the login page. In the login page, if you see here, this is what for the username. This is for the password. This is for the title of that particular page. This is what for the login button. Okay, these are the objects. Okay, so these are the objects of the login page. Now, once after this one, if you see here, set username, set password, click login button, get the title. And for doing the login, what we are trying to do is see, we are calling the set means these are the methods: set username, set password, click login. I'm just trying to call this login only. So as soon as I called here, I'm passing the username and password here into this particular methods, and I was accessing over here. So now here, if you see here, the set username, nothing. So driver dot find element doing it. So now in the with here also what we seen, driver dot find element by name, send keys, and password, send keys, and the name, click. With this, I'm just trying to log in. The same way here, if you see here in the login, Same way, if you see here in the login, I'll be having the I'll be setting up the username and the pass. If you see here, I'm setting the username, I'm setting the password, and I'm clicking on the login button. And for getting the title, so this is what the steps. Now, if you see these 4 steps, consolidated into different methods here. But whereas in the without, so here, if you see here, that is what the lines of code which have been written. Okay, so now what we can do over here is, so once we have been written over here, so as it is, so if you go to this particular the Guru login page, in the login page, I have written all my objects and I have written my all the methods here, and I'm calling into this particular login method. Okay, so now I'll come to the test cases now. So here, if you okay, this is in the login page, right? In the home page, we'll go it. In the home page, I have to validate that, right? So this is what my object, and this is what my respective method. Okay, so this is how the objects and the methods of the respective pages would be defined in the pages. So now I have a package com.pages. In the com.pages, I have declared what means what are the pages are there. I'll be defining all the pages. Now I have that particular pages. Now this is what the implementation. So now here what I try to do it. So this is my before test method. I am opening the browser, navigating to the URL. And if you see here, this is what my teardown method. And this is what my first test case, which I'm trying to do it. So previously you've seen it, right? The lines of code. So what I'm means when compared to that one, see the lines of code and the redundancy of this one. So now if you see here, this is for the login and then this is for the home page. We are trying to create an object here. Okay, so that is what we have been defined here. Declaration of the object here, creation of the object was done here. Okay, so either you can do it here or here based upon the code I just written it. Now first what it was trying to do, getting the login page, doing the assertion and doing the login. See now login, if I click this method here, it will go to this declaration here, and here I'm passing username and password. This is login page. So here in the login page, I define this method, right? It have the username and it have the password and the clicking log button. So 3 steps I consolidated into one single method and I'm calling over here. If you see here in this particular method itself, it have the 3 methods. So whenever I'm trying to do the login, if you see here, these all 3 steps, I no need to do it. So these all 3 steps will be done in this method itself. Got it right? Actually, even these 2 things also I can do it there itself. Actually, I have written a separate means we have written a separate method here. So if you go here, having this method, right? So if you don't wanted to do that one, so just we can copy this one also here. So just for the namesake, just we have written so multiple methods. Now, if you come here, now I'm just this is verifying the page title, login, and then once it logged in, I'm verifying the home page. The same code without POM and with POM. So if you see here, this is without POM and this is with POM. You see it. Okay. Now we have written another method also, right? So for that method, what I'll try to do, I'll copy the code. Okay. And I'll paste it here. I'll change this one to the priority 1 and I'll change it this test case to 2. Okay. Now coming means that's in the home page, right? So now what I'll need to write is by is a class here. So you guys, you no need to worry about this. You need to understand how the page object model will run for. So here that insurance project button is there, right? I wanted to click on that one. So I need to define that. That's a link, right? LNK. This is the standard. And here I'll be writing it as insurance project. I have it written right. So now I need to get the X path of this one. So the X path I just directly taken. I'll take it from here itself because we have already written it right. So this is what the X path. So in this particular home page, I'll come over here and here I'll paste that. So here, this is what the insurance project. So now I wanted to click on that particular thing, right? So now what I'll try to do, I'll write a quick method. So what I'll write, public void. I'm not going to do anything. Click on insurance project. Okay, I'll just write this method, and into this method, so I'll just write as sys out, saying that boss, I am clicking on insurance project. Okay, so once after this one, what I wanted to do, so I'll copy this just for this sake, and I'm passing this link here, and I'll be saying it dot click. I'm just clicking on it. Okay, now what I'll try to do, I'll call this method over here. So now in this one, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to verify this is not I wanted to do it. Now I'll call this home page dot, so click on IP method. Okay, that method came. So now if you see in this, what it happened, this is the home page only, right? Okay, right, this came only, right? Just give me a second, guys. See, I just saved it, nothing I have been done. So guys, now you understand why we need to understand what is the static variables, non-static variables, why we need to create a different classes, how to access the methods and these variables from one class to another class. So these all information, if you don't know that, you can't do anything. If you know that, then this is very simple to understand. See, I created an object. I created an object for the home page, and just I'm calling that particular method. So now here I'll change this one also. This is before method, and this is after method. So now if you see here, so I just need to add this one. So before method and after method for this one. And once I have the before method and after method for this, let's once again review the code. So here, this is before method, opening the browser and doing this. And after method, so here I'm trying here I have the tear down method, so where I'll be closing the browser. And this is what the first test case. In the test case one, it created means the login page of I created the login page object, and I'm accepting the title of that one, and creating the I'm accessing the login method. In the login method, I was using the username and password. And then in the second, I'm creating the home page object, and I'm doing the assertion. So this is what the first test case. And the second test case, the same thing. I'm creating this login button, verifying the title, and then logging in and going to the home page, and I'm clicking on the insurance. So now just we have written the code, and then now I'm not using this file to execute, I'm just going here, and I'm trying to run this one. So as soon as I run, let's see what it will happen. So now I have two test cases to be executed. So with POM and without POM. So which is what we are going to discuss now. So this is what the first test case. It navigated to that, entered the username, login, and went to the home page, and it closed. And it has started for the second test case. It was trying to open the browser. In the second test case, it opened, and it would be navigating it to the URL, entering the username, password, went to the home page. It should click on insurance project now. See, it clicked on the insurance project, the page open. The two test cases are successfully clicked. See, boss, I clicked on the, I'm clicking on the insurance project. So that's how this is done. So two test cases are passed and two test cases were failed. So if you see here, so that's what the basic differences between these two. So with POM and without POM. So to give you a quick recap, or what we have been done is, so whatever the pages, so if it means if you have 10 pages, we will be creating all 10 pages over here. And if it is a login page, or means example, whatever respective objects are there, first we'll define all the objects over there and respective methods over here. And for that methods, we will pass this particular objects and we'll create it. And when we wanted to execute them, we will call into this particular test case. And into this particular test case, we will be creating an object and we will call it. Why? Because if you wanted, means if you have 1000 test cases, just I'm calling these methods. If there is anything to be changed, what I'll try to do, I'll come to the login page, and in the login page, I'll come here and I'll say that here, I'll just write it as sysout, and saying that means for an example, this is what the change I'm trying to do it. So in this particular change, I'm trying to do that. I am going to log in. So if I make this particular change in this here, by default, it will reflect in all the test cases. Wherever I have been used a login, that particular method, by default, it will be doing it. So guys, you may not understand the drastic impact, but if you have the major functionalities and all methods, if you have written it, if you used in 3000, 4000 test cases, and if you wanted to change, then going to each and every test case and then doing the change, it's a highly impossible task. So at that point of time, the POM will comes into the handy, and then it will do a lot of help over there. So guys, I will give you a small 30 seconds break. Just you recap on all these things. And if you have any questions on anything, you can ask me on this.
Chris,
So that
can
is
you
what
paste this code in chat only with your POM thing?
I'll keep the complete project in the repository so that you can access it.
Okay.
So that means the complete project code means I'll zip this project and I'll keep it into our repository so that you can guys can easily access for that.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions, guys? So did you understand what is POM? So how the POM will be placed, and how the POM will be used, and how the pages would be created, and how this would be accessed into our test suites. See, now this is what the pages, and this is what we called as test suite. Test suite is consists of multiple test cases. Is called a test suite. Okay. Into this test suite, we have multiple test cases. So this is how we will be segregating it. So I'm stopping this recording.